ثلج كبيرة بس رام الله قبل سنتين كان
ثلج بين حين وآخر بس هي الثلج. This step simultaneously taken during the war in Gaza sends a wrong message. There is a war against the Palestinian people. This decision is incorrect and should be stopped immediately. We urge all these countries to repay the UNRWA because it's a humanitarian issue. It has been taken in a wrong time, and we hope that they will come back soon to understand that the need of the people in Gaza and everywhere is a necessity for continuing living on this earth. They tried many times and they have been mistaken. They should understand that the Palestinian people has rights, and these rights starting from building a Palestinian state, and until this moment the refugees had a full right, because what happened in 1948 was a conspiracy against the Palestinian people. They created Israel. Those who created Israel should be responsible till the end, till finding a Palestinian state to continue helping and supporting the refugees. They have to go back to their country. Otherwise, the war is continuing since 1948 till now, and the wars are continuing because there are refugees, because there are rights of the Palestinian people had been misunderstood, and we hope that these countries would understand very well that the Palestinian people has the full right to establish his Palestinian state, and we need a political horizon, and we need a real understanding, a new American policy, a new European policy in order to find an end for this problem. Nobody will follow what America is saying. There are 3-4 countries follow America everywhere, in the Security Council or in the ICJ or whatever. We hope that this policy would end. They tried it hundreds of times. They failed. They should understand very well that they have to change their policies in case they wanted peace and security in the Middle East. You have seen what's going on here in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Syria, in Yemen, in Iraq, and everywhere. It's a regional or almost a regional war in the whole area, and they should understand very well that the starting point of ending this war is establishing a Palestinian state. The refugee problem is very important. The satisfaction of the Palestinian people is very important, and this is the starting point. Otherwise, continuous wars in the region, and everybody will pay a heavy price. There is a decision has been taken in Lahai, in Al Hague, that we will follow it up according to the Security Council. We will follow it up in the Security Council, and we have rights. Unless the Israelis understand that we have rights, and we will follow them in every court in the world, in ICC, ICJ, in the Security Council, in the General Assembly, at the UNESCO. This is the way we are going to continue, because these are our rights, and we have the majority of the world standing by us, and we hope that this time the Americans and the British would understand that without establishing a Palestinian state, nobody will be safe in the area. This is the starting point for Abu Mazen. Since day one, he said there should be an end of the war, then we are ready to talk about every single issue. Without ending the war, all these pretexts here or there are not going to lead anywhere.
Yeah, I just got a couple of things to get through here with y'all. Today, President Biden spoke with Qatari Emir Sheikh Al Thani. and Egyptian president.
And the UN relief agency said that they have fired some of their staff after Israel has accused them of being involved in the Hamas attack. What is the White House thinking on this? I know the State Department has said that they're suspending aid temporarily. Are there other steps the U.S. is considering taking?
Yeah, we have suspended any outlying or yet to be allocated funds for UNRWA, the UN Relief and Works Agency. Pending the results of this investigation, we're obviously going to watch this very closely. We welcome the UN Secretary General and the Commissioner General of UNRWA, their comments today calling for a full investigation. As Secretary Blinken made clear in his call with the Secretary General yesterday, we expect that will be a complete and thorough and transparent investigation. We all want to see that. It's good for everybody, and that those who should be are properly held accountable for that. And as you saw, the UN said even including the potential for a criminal prosecution.
The United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees on Friday said it has opened an investigation into several employees suspected of involvement in the October 7th attacks in Israel by Hamas, and that it has severed ties with those staff members. Philippe Lazzarini, the Commissioner General of UNRWA, did not disclose the number of employees allegedly involved in the attacks, nor the nature of their alleged involvement. But he did say that any UNRWA employee who was involved in acts of terror would be held accountable, including through criminal prosecution. The U.S. State Department said it was extremely troubled by the allegations, which it said pertained to 12 UNRWA employees. It also said it would provide no additional funding to the agency until the allegations were addressed. A representative for United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said he was horrified by this news, adding that an urgent and comprehensive independent review of UNRWA will be conducted.
How symbolic is it that on International Holocaust Remembrance Day, it was exposed that UNRWA employees took part in the massacre?
Gilad Erdan, permanent representative of Israel to the United Nations, called out the agency following the news.
The UN is not only weaponized to delegitimize our existence, but also to physically exterminate us. Contemplate this. Today of all days, the day that we commemorate the genocide of the Jewish people and swear here never again, the International Court of Justice made it clear that it won't reject outright the case of a Nazi terror organization that seeks to commit genocide against the Jewish people.
UNRWA, established in 1949 following the First Arab-Israeli War, has provided aid and used its facilities to shelter people fleeing bombardment in a ground offensive launched by Israel in Gaza following the October 7th attacks, in which Israel says 1,200 people were killed and 240 taken hostage. Some Israeli officials, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, have accused the agency of fueling anti-Israeli incitement, allegations it denies.